All right, so here we are in the bus, starting to get everything kind of going together for the last little push here. Probably about a week more till we're done with like I'm gonna make some couches, some beds, like a bunk bed over here. You'll see it all eventually, but right now I'm doing the flooring. Yeah, I mean, I'm redoing the flooring, I guess. I did it initially with the kind of curves up the wall, but this vinyl was either too cold or not made to bend that way, which is probably a mixture of both, more the second than the first. So it started kind of popping and didn't really look good. So I pulled it back up and I pulled the little round thing out of the corner that was curved to see if it would fit better or if it was square, and it is square underneath there, which will, you know, give us more room. Again, I don't think you'll even see the wall behind anything. Maybe like the dinette's gonna be right here where the feet are of the dinette, and maybe like a small section over here. But regardless, I'm redoing the floor because I had some problems with these like aluminum rails that held the old seats down or something. They were super tough to get out. Then they left a gap, and like over here there was a big gap, and it was breaking the vinyl if you put all your weight like on your heel over it, you know, in one spot. So I went ahead and filled all these gaps in with putty, and now we're just putting the floor down, and it should look a lot better. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to time lapse that, and I may try and get a little bit more done this evening, but at least I'm going to get this floor in today, and I'll probably do the little wall sections here. I'm going to wait till I get the floor in first because there's so much dirt and junk stuck to these walls that I don't want them sticking in. The floor has like some old glue on it, so stuff's sticking to it pretty easy, and I have to be real careful about keeping it clean so I don't get debris underneath the floor, leaving bumps and stuff. So I'm gonna put the floor down first, and then I'll clean up these little wall panels, and I'll put wood down there. Probably do that right now after I'm done with the floor, and then be done. And I think this spray foam in the door is probably all the way dry all the way through, so I've got a bread knife I'm gonna cut that flat with. And then I'm gonna use the rest of my putty to make that nice and flat so it looks okay. And there'll be a couch right there anyways. And underneath one of these couches, I'm gonna have the inverter probably in the back corner there. And I think I'm gonna take these out because I can't figure out what these are hooked up to. So if I can figure it out and it makes sense, I may leave them, but these wires here are power for these. So I've got 8 outlets. And I'm gonna run I've got 2 alternators that put out 135 amps. So I'm gonna get a 3500 watt inverter, and we can run stuff like I'm gonna mount a TV to here. So this is sturdy metal. I've got a bracket for a TV that'll go here, and yeah, a few other things, charging phones and stuff, but again, I think I'll probably take those outlets out. So here we go. All right, I got to get it cleaned up, and I ran out of putty over here, but I'm gonna get another little jar of putty, finish this up so that it's nice and flat, and that pretty much does it for right now. Looks like everyone likes it. What are you doing, Mac boy? Skating. Miss Clementine? You like it, Miss Clementine? All right, good morning. It is just getting light out, and it's freezing this morning. I think it's like 14 degrees. But I've got this space heater on in here now. I'm understandably afraid to run that overnight out here by itself. I don't want anything to happen. We're getting this bunk bed started, so we've just got the bottom bunk in, and this is going to be a I'll show you this bunk bed in a minute. I'm just getting I'm kind of going real slow on this bunk bed because I didn't have like a design in my head perfectly before, but I like how it's coming along. And as I put pieces on, I'm kind of painting. Well, I've got like a stain or sealer for decks, like outdoor areas that I'm using on that, because I wanted something that would be waterproof since it's a bunk bed and I've got small kids, if you know what I mean. So we've got that going. I'm going to time lapse here, and then I'll update you probably when this bunk bed's done, show you how it looks, and then we'll start on some other things. But we're going to have a dinette there, kitchen cabinet, my countertop area there, and some seating back here. And I've got a TV installed. I'll show you that in a minute. But I'm just trying to take my time. Hopefully I can have this done in a couple of days. I've got some stuff ordered for a power bank so that we can have some power when the vehicle's turned off and not drain the vehicle batteries. We've got 2 ☮𝖆𝐵 batteries. I don't know how long that'll run. Like this TV and sound bar we've got set up, that's pretty much it. I mean, we're gonna have some lighting I'm gonna install. I can't imagine having much more electrical accessories running. I think maybe we'll get a like a hot water pot, like a kettle, electric kettle. That's, I mean, I really can't think of much more electric wise we'll run other than phone chargers and stuff. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse this bed going together, painting it, putting the boards on and stuff, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get done here, hopefully in about an hour, hour and a half. Alright, so it's early the next morning. I'm just going to end it with those time lapse yesterday. I'm just going to give you an update since the camera wasn't probably at the best angle to see what exactly was going on here. We've got the bunks done. This is going to be a cabinet right here, but the bottom bunk, because we're going to have couches back here, theater seating style, and this looks a little weird, the design for this, but that's because the 3 sections of the couch are going to stand up and sit right here, and they'll make one big long flat bed, even with the second bunk there. So some of these pieces of wood are to keep the couches from sliding forward while we're driving or sliding backwards, and the other ones are there to hold it up, you know, when it's time to sleep and we set it up as a bed. So I'm freezing. It's super cold out here. I don't know why the heater's not on yet. I plugged it in, but I'm gonna double check that. Anyways, so here's the bunks. I've got them dyed just because stained and sealed for waterproofing, and because it looks so much better than just raw wood. So I'll finish up the cabinet today for sure. Probably build this countertop here and finish up the beds and / couches. And I have this. I'm gonna screw these boards that look like this, you know, exactly the same against that on this side, and that'll leave, I did it like this because that'll leave the door able to open, and I think I'm going to store all my roadside equipment underneath this back couch in this corner here. So if we get a flat tire, I have a 20-ton jack, my air compressor, stuff like that I'll need to access quickly if there's a need. Oh goodness, I'm freezing. We'll be under that side there. So anyways, that'll do it for this video this morning. Before I come out here and work, I'm going to get this heater on, and I'm going to edit up this video of the progress so far. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.